Hey guys, Jay here, and today I'm showing you the process of making my Roman Torchwick wig from RWBY. The wig I'm using is the Ayumi in the color Pumpkin from RWBY. You can find a link for it in the description. So this wig is nowhere near as hard as I thought it was going to be. The only issue area is the weird swooping bangs, but they ended up being super easy and just kind of worked on their own unexpectedly. But that might just be this one wig, or it could be just how Arda's wigs work, or possibly something else. So just keep in mind that you may have a different experience if you use a different wig, or even if you use this wig, I don't know. Anyway, so to start this wig, as you can see, I cut off the length. This was the best wig I could find that needed the least amount of work on the rest of the wig, and only needed the work really done on the front half. Also, beforehand, I had put the wig on and figured out in a mirror where I needed to cut. And then I also figured out where on the wig head the hair needed to go down to, so I knew where to cut and make it look correct. You can do this however you want. After I cut the length off, I use a razor blade to texturize and layer the hair. As with all of my other wig videos, I have to explain that I have experience with this method, and I don't recommend doing it this way. However, there will be a link in the description to a tool that will do the exact same thing, but is safe to use. It's a comb that has a razor blade in the comb teeth. It's for the exact same thing I'm doing here, but you aren't going to hurt yourself. So please use that instead, and if you get hurt because you didn't listen to me and you're doing what I'm doing, don't blame me. I keep doing this until everything is the length and look that I want. And this will depend on you and what it needs to look like on your own head. Also, at first I left the sides of the swooping bangs with a lot more hair because I thought I needed all of that, but it turns out that I didn't. So later I ended up cutting that down as well, and then mixed it in with the rest of the shorter hair. Just know that he has one small spike of hair on the sideburns right in front of each ear that are about the length of his ears, and then the swooping bangs are separated from that spike on the side that the bangs are on. So the bangs are on his right side covering his right eye. That piece I'm talking about in front of his ear, that would be separated from the bangs on his right side. It's a little hard to explain. As well as if you want to, which I did, you can cut the back a little bit too, as well as behind the ears. It's not super important, it just depends on you. But I just wanted both areas to be slightly shorter for me. The last thing I do is the bangs. I started by using a straightener, which was set to 338 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, so I'm sorry for people who aren't in the US, but whatever. Mine has 6 selections to cycle through, and this one is the default, which is the third option. So I don't know if anything would change if I used a different heat setting, but I figured I should just mention that just so you guys know. If you guys have one that gets to that degrees, that's what I used. After this, I thought of my method for curling the bangs. I start by using the straightener to heat the wig fibers up, and quickly, while it's still hot, use a comb to curl the bangs the way that I want them to look. Then I hold them there while they cool off. And I had an air conditioner going in that room, which made this a fast process. But if you don't have a way to cool the wig off, just hold it there. It's not really all that hot to the touch at this point, so you should be fine. Just be careful anyway. I did this a few times before I finally got it right. Then once I got them the way I wanted, I used the scissors to cut the side of the bangs that's where the hair part... Okay, you know, they're on the right side. Again, they're over his right eye. The part would be going like down where his, like through his nose line, you know, between the eyes. That section between the eyes, I cut that down to be kind of angled. So I don't know if I needed to or not. I just did. This is what used to be done with my hair back in like 2006, 2007, when I had like the emo haircut, and it was like covering one eye, kind of. That's how they would cut it. So that's what I did. It worked, so whatever. And then I just hairsprayed that and used the hair dryer to make it stay, and it worked. But that's literally it. All you have to do now is add the hat. We'll add the rest of the costume, but here it is with the hat.